Good evening and welcome back. So I went ahead and skipped the unboxing part of this video. What are you doing? And we're just going to get right to it. So I purchased this Blues Junior, this Fender Blues Junior. It's a tube amp, single 12. I bought this as a project. My full intentions were to do what I've been doing to amplifiers, completely strip it down, re-Tolex it, new speaker, grill cloth. This model in particular, they have a cap upgrade kit for this. I wanted to do that. They have a standby switch also as a mod that I wanted to do that. And I also wanted to put a really cool speaker in this. Since this is a 15 watt, I wanted to go with like an Alnico Gold Celestian or an Alnico Blue 15 watt, really expensive. They're like 300 bucks a piece, no matter which one you go with. So anyways, that was my initial plans for this amplifier. But once that I got it and I realized this is a 50th anniversary, it says 1996 or 1946 to 1996. So this is a 50th anniversary made in America Fender tube amp. So I'm still not against recovering it. However, this plate here is like nailed on and it has some kind of two-way sticky tape underneath of it too. And this is the identification of the amplifier. So I'm really worried about bending it, creasing it, or just destroying this plaque. So I think before I go and recover this one, I'm going to get a Mexican one or a Chinese one and test that theory on how I'm going to get this off without destroying it. That way, if I do destroy it, it's not a 50th anniversary and it's not made in America. So it's not going to be that big of a loss. So anyways, when I purchased this amplifier, I got a good deal on it because the reverb doesn't work in it. So that's the only known issue with this. I sent it over to my dad's house. He played it for a little while. He said it's a great amp, works really good. He said that it does hum a little bit in the beginning, and then once it warms up, it goes away. But I didn't experience that here, so maybe it's because he cranks the volume up to like 10 and 11 in the master as well, and uses this guitar for, excuse me, the volume. So that could be why it was humming, because when I had it on, I didn't get no hum out of it. So anyways, moving on. If I do decide to recover this, it's going to get this red paisley stuff here. So that is the plan if I do recover it. But right now what we're going to do is go in and fix the spring reverb on it, because that's the only thing that's wrong with it right now. So let's see. My parts tray is full from another project. Which one do those go to? Oh, I know. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but yeah. All right, so just find a bag to throw it in right now. This will work. There. Now I know where the screws are for that amp project. I got a lot of projects going on right now. So we have over there, we have 4 of them that are done now. You guys are probably watching the videos of the first one, the FM212R, and the beginning videos of the Ultimate Chorus 212. We got several other projects. Like I said, I bought 3, so this is one of 3 projects that are on the way. So this is the inside of your Blues Junior. So the other thing I want to talk about is the serial number on this. When I first opened this up, I checked the serial number on this Fender decoder site, and it said 75 or 76. And I said, this is not a 75 or 76. So I was real suspect of it. So I switched up the way I searched the serial number. I put a space between the B and then the rest of the numericals, and it came up as a 1991, 1952 or 53 reissue. But inside the chassis, there should be a date. Where is it? There's Fender. They always put a date on. Okay, right here. So this is a 1995, and I was looking here on this code here, and it's 406896. So I was almost thinking it was a 96, but indeed this is a 1995 50th anniversary. Has the Fender musical instrument loudspeaker in it, made in America as well. Those are really nice speakers. I got 2 of those in my Blues DeVille, my 2x12 Blues DeVille. This has got a really super long cord on it too. That's nice because this one is attached. It doesn't unplug, so it's nice that they put a really long one on there. I'm gonna go ahead and get the chassis out. I have to unplug this reverb tank. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I noticed that the pole on the speaker that the wires connect to, I noticed that that is loose, and I tried to put a little bit of super glue on it and stick it on there, and it appears that it's actually holding. Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I'll leave that alone. I was going to drill a hole in it and put a rivet in there. I still may. Yeah, we're going to take that out because that super glue is not going to hold that onto the metal. So I just need to get it apart and actually get to it, drill it out, put a new rivet in it, and then that will never have an issue again. Is there anything else that's connected? Yes, I do have to disconnect the speaker wires. Yep, that just fell off again. All right, so this should be it. All right, so there we go. There is, man, cord wanted to wrap around there. So there's the back side of it, the transformers on it, and here is the inside of it. Now the cap kit that I'm going to get, I'm assuming I'm not going to touch them because it's not discharged, but these 3 here and this one I know for sure are part of the upgrade in the kit that I want to get. It still has all the original Fender tubes in it. They're looking kind of brown now. A couple of them anyhow. Oh, that's the way the tips are supposed to be. Never mind. So anyways, there's the inside of that. A little fuse in there is still good. So we're just gonna set this down real gently over here. I don't wanna screw that up. All right. So now we can get to the speaker. Now this is the part that, see, it popped off of the rivet. I'll show you here. We'll get a better look at it. I want to push it back on so it stays in place until I get it out. There we go. I'll tell you, the magnet in this thing is extremely powerful. Out of all the speakers that the speakers that I've been around recently in and out of these amps, this magnet is, I mean, just extremely potent. It just sucks anything right to it. But this is what fell off. So what I'm going to do is drill that out and then put a new rivet in it with the rivet gun. So let me get a drill bit. I think these are 1/8 inch. Yeah. So let's see. Here's an 1/8 inch right there. All right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. There it is. The way this steps, it screws me up. I'm just gonna make sure. Yeah. Yep, that's the one we need. I'm probably gonna have to start with a smaller one, maybe. No, I should be able to do that, but I don't want a whole bunch of metal shavings down inside the speaker cone, so I'll just tuck that washcloth in there like so, and that should catch the metal shavings. Done. So now I just stick this in here, push that through, and fixed. Done deal. It's not gonna fall off now. So I can put that back in, but before I do that, we're gonna go ahead and see what's wrong with this reverb. Come on, there we go. Set those down. Fine. Alright, well. That don't look good on that. Maybe it's okay. Yeah, I see what's going on here. Alright, so we just got a broken wire at the plug here. Let me get some wire strippers. Or cutters, I should say. And try to clean this up and see if it works. Hopefully, if I can get this to pinch it again. There's just a couple strands of wire in this. It's so thin. Wow. Might be better to cut the plug off and just solder it to the leads. If I can't fix it, I guess I'll just buy another tank. They're probably what, like $20, $30 for a new tank. If I can get this wire to go back in the plug, I can save it though. I think it's really kind of a one and done thing though, the way they crimp these in here. Just squeeze it. So basically it's like one of those blue splicers that you put in the middle of a wire. If you had to tap into it, you stick the wire in there and then you squeeze it. The black wire was busted off right at the plug. So I stripped it, shoved the wire in it, and then smushed it again. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, worst case scenario is I buy another reverb tank, and if I do, I'll get a mod tank or something. Alright, well, now the only way to find out if it works or not is to put it all back together. So let's do that. And then after we get it back together, we'll give it a test. But comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Should I recover a 50th anniversary? I mean, I can put the tag back on it as long as I can get it off. That's the one thing I'm worried about, is getting that tag off, because that is the identification tag of the amplifier. Normally they put them on the chassis, like all the solid state. What are you doing to my ear? All the solid state ones, they put all the information right on the back of the chassis. So that's kind of a bummer that that one's glued and nailed on to the back plate. I guess I'll put the speaker back in first. That would be a lot easier. All right. So you guys might be wondering why all of a sudden I'm doing all these amplifiers. Really? Big head? Now where are you going? Come on. So, this is Big Head. He's an English budgie. It's a male. Yeah. And he puffs out his head. He's a little special. We'll just say that. He can't fly. Nope. And he's just a little special. Yeah. So I'm gonna get up there and be good. You guys are always good, and then when I start to do something like this, then they act out, and I don't know why. Okay, let's get this chassis back in here. See, look at that. That magnet is super strong. What is it stuck on? Come on, you prick. There we go, almost dropped it and ripped 3 tubes out. Watch the disaster unfold next. All right, here we go. Really? Here we go. It's actually a lot harder than it looks because I'm fighting that magnet right now on the speaker. It wants to suck the whole chassis in as I'm trying to hold it steady and get these screws started. So I may look like I'm really struggling on something easy, but it was actually quite difficult because that magnet was just pulling it the whole time as I'm trying to keep the top steady. So I think, as I was saying before, the bird interrupted. You guys are probably wondering why I started all this amp stuff and what happened to guitar stuff. I'm still doing the guitar stuff. I'm just waiting on parts and paint work and all kinds of other things that are being done before I get back to the guitar things. But we are definitely going to get back to the guitar stuff as well. And I actually bought 2 guitars recently, and they turned out to be a bust. I bought a black Gibson Les Paul ES, and it was local pickup only, and I was trying to get the guy to drop it off at UPS. I told him he didn't have to pack it or do nothing, just drop it off and have him call me, and I'd pay him to pack it and ship it to me. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He wanted me to drive. Well, he lives 6 hours from me, but he wanted me to drive halfway, so that would have been still a 6-hour drive, not 12. But I'm not going to drive 6 hours round trip when all he has to do is drop it off at the stupid UPS. So anyways, did not get that one. And then I purchased some Japanese single pickup Les Paul. I'll show you guys that later. And I just asked him to cancel it because he just didn't seem like an honest seller. I read his feedback, and it said that most of the stuff he sells is just other people's listings, and then he tries to buy it from that person cheaper, blah, blah, blah. He had a lot of negative feedback, so I said, just cancel my order. But I paid for it and everything, and I'll show you guys that later. But yeah, so I was trying to get some more guitar stuff in here, and it just didn't happen. It hasn't panned out the last couple times. But I'm definitely not done with guitar stuff by any means. We're just bouncing back and forth. And I found a lot of good deals on amplifiers lately, so I started scooping up some. I've never had, owned, or messed with a bass amp, so I did order a bass amp, and we're going to screw around with one of those. It's a vintage Fender one too. I love Fender amps. It's like when I gotta open up my wallet to buy a guitar, it's got to say Gibson on it, even though there's plenty of nice guitars out there that are just as nice. If I'm going to spend the money, I want a Gibson. And if I'm going to buy a guitar amplifier, I want a Fender. That's just, I know that the Voxes are good. I know the Marshall's good. I know there's Orange and a bunch of other things out there. It's just, for me, when it's time to open up your wallet and shuck out some money, those are the 2 brands I want, you know. So I'm just kind of biased that way. I'm not against any other model or make or anything like that. It's just I favor the Gibson and Fender stuff. So I guess I'll just set all this right here, take it back to the garage later. All right, so we have that all done now. I will give it a test. You guys don't want to hear me playing and testing. If Dad or Kevin was here, you guys wouldn't mind hearing them, but you don't want to hear me play. So I will test that and see if the reverb works in it, and if it don't, I will inform you. But again, this is one of the new amplifiers. So comment down below, what do you guys think? If I can get the backplate off without destroying it, let me know if you think I should recover it, because this is an anniversary model. And if I do recover it, obviously we're going to go the rest of the way and do the speaker and everything else in it. Or let me know if you guys think I should just do the speaker upgrade in it. Stop. Either way you look at it, there's things I have to do inside of it to upgrade it with the caps and stuff. So I could just leave it all original because it works, but I don't know. I just don't know what to do with this one. I had plans, but as soon as I found out it was American made and a 50th anniversary, then I'm like, now what do I do? Because I hate tearing apart anniversary models, limited editions. It's like taking taking this one here, okay? Instead of taking any other 335 or 345 that they make tons of, it'd be like taking this one that there's only 25 of and going, well, let's ditch the pickups and let's change the tuners and all that. I know that this is different than this, but it's still the same concept. It's a 50th anniversary made in America. So don't know what to do with that one. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Supposedly, the only thing that was wrong with it was the tremolo, and hopefully I got that fixed. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe.